Bradley passes the split.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
Now here's Teague, and they take the lead. 6 points for Barnes. New York calls timeout. New York trailing. Paul outside. Here's Howard. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
For Louisville, they've made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. First free throw is good. 2 shots. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's LeBron. 15 points in the game. And stolen by Barnes. Teague left side. Back to Bradley. There's a screen. Up off the screen. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
Bradley kicks to Barnes. Kicks it out to Bradley. And the 3 ball is good. Bradley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Bradley. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Well, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Catching up on the changes for Louisville. Griffin's checked in for Splitter. Gordon comes in for Avery Bradley. And it's Rose in for Jeff Teague. Barnes can't get it to go. New York trails by 5. Here's LeBron. Another miss by James. Here's Gordon. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Paul goes in. It's stolen by Rose. To the middle. Here's Gordon. Banked in off the glass. And now a 9-point Louisville lead.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
New York calls timeout.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his team's play over the course of this run, and thus the timeout. You got to talk things over, try to get back into the game.
Something has to change for them as they haven't looked good at all during this run, so a timeout is appropriate here.
Gortat's checked in for Louisville. Harris comes in for Harrison Barnes. And then for New York, Fareed's checked in for Howard. Durant comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Teague for Chris Paul. New York, no good that time either. Louisville leading by 9. Rose. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And it's James missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And it's Harris off the drive. Another shot. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Over in the corner, Rose. Durant against Griffin. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. They now have 9 unanswered. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Louisville.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
And that one's good. Griffin's got 9.
Boy, they are having their way in the paint right now. So many looks right at the rim.
Defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's helped them get the ball in close time after time, Steve.
New York shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good, T.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. And here's Louisville. They're on a 20-7 run. Here's Griffin. Here's Gortat. Crawford with the rebound. Crawford's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's James. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. James has got it back down to single digits for New York. And Griffin slams it in.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Louisville. Louisville leading by 11. They've got Ginobili. Pau Gasol is out there with Gortat. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Gordon in the 1.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
Timeout call, Louisville. A different look for Louisville. Splitters checked in for Gortat. And Middleton subbed in for Harrison Barnes. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
Thanks again, Doris. Paul, no one around him. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
And so here is New York. Louisville getting their last shot to go. Here's Gasol. That's good.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
Now here's Batum. New York, no good that time either.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Gasol's shot is good.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
That is good.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Middleton dishes to Gasol. It's rebounded by Paul. Paul's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Louisville. Gortat's checked in for Gasol. Griffin comes in for Splitter. Barnes, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Teagan for Manu Ginobili. And then for New York, LeBron comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Crawford in for Nicholas Batum. And Louisville making a change here. Bradley's checked in.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Fires from 14. Griffin's shot is off. James right side. And again, it's New York.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Timeout called, Louisville. They're ahead by 12. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. A different look for Louisville. Chandler comes in for Gortat. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for T. Now here's Barnes. Griffin sets the screen for Bradley. Outside Griffin. Goes up the baseline. Louisville, no good that time either.
Boy, they needed that last rebound. They haven't done well on the boards overall, but that one was huge.
Still fighting for the win here. That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line.
Good game for Jamal Crawford. He's got 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
Rose, good.
And every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they've played. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Here's Rose, following the basket by LeBron James. It's stolen by Bradley.
The clock ticks down, and this is going to be a solid victory here for Louisville.
Two great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Griffin. He was really important under the basket, making great plays down low and getting in position to pull in all those rebounds.
To the paint. Now here's Rose. And the shot is good.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
And Gibson kicks to Howard. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. And the first one at the line is good. A big group substitution here for Louisville. Splitter is checked in for Chandler. Gasol comes in for Blake Griffin. Harris is checked in for Barnes. And it's Teagan for Derrick Rose. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Wright, he's checked in for Gibson. Smith comes in for James. Corey Brewer's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Teagan for Paul. So it's Louisville winning this one easily. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Blake Griffin.